What's up, guys? So, as you know, in Black Ops 6 and many other Call of Duties, there's skill-based matchmaking. And skill-based matchmaking is in a majority of PvP games. Skill-based matchmaking is there so you can fight people of your skill level. So, if you're really good at the game, you're fighting people that are also very good at the game. If you're very bad, you're also fighting people that are very bad at the game. But in older Call of Duties, the skill-based matchmaking is based off your ping and your connection. But it wasn't just that, it also had a skill factor. In older Call of Duties, skill was not the main thing though. They were tracking connection and ping the most. And that's so people didn't have an unfair advantage or disadvantage based on their internet connection. And with them prioritizing ping, it's so you didn't get as laggy of games and really glitchy games. And with them not prioritizing skill as much, it made it to where you weren't getting pub stomped, but you also weren't pub stomping. It made it feel like you weren't fighting absolutely Call of Duty pros, but then it also made you feel like you weren't fighting absolute noobs too. But lately, in more recent Call of Duties, it's made it seem like they were focusing more on skill factor than ping and connection. Activision has already said that they say ping is king and they're focusing on ping the most, but that's not really what it feels like when you're going from a game where you're at 60 ping and then another game where you're at 30 and then another where you're at 100. And it's making every game feel like it's really, really glitchy. There's times where people will shoot you from around the corner when you didn't even see them, but they saw your whole entire body. So that makes it feel like they aren't actually prioritizing ping when you're having these games that are really, really glitchy and jumping ping back and forth, back and forth. And in more recent Call of Duties, skill-based matchmaking has been really, really overtuned, and especially in Black Ops 6. Because you can get on and it will feel like you are absolutely pub stomping the whole entire team. You feel like a god at the game. You get maybe one or two of these games and then you get into games where you are absolutely getting annihilated. It feels like you're fighting pros. And then you'll get 5+ of these games where you're going negative over and over again and it makes the game not fun. Black Ops 6 has the highest rate of people leaving games than any other Call of Duty. Because why stay in a game where you're getting absolutely rolled and you cannot do anything, you can't take 2 steps without dying instantly. And also gunfights feel really, really inconsistent. Because in those games where you feel like an absolute pro, you're hitting all of your shots. You're hitting headshots like no other, you're hitting upper body shots like no other, and annihilating these people super, super fast. But in the games where you're getting absolutely pub smashed, it feels like you can't hit a single shot. It feels like your aim assist is gone. And so that's what's brought the conspiracy of skill-based aim assist into Call of Duty. Because people have been saying where aim assist feels really, really sticky one game and then it's basically gone the next game. Another conspiracy that the Call of Duty community has brought up is skill-based damage. I feel like it's more of a thing in Black Ops 6 because in the top right corner, it shows how many hits you took before you died. And the amount of hits is definitely not lining up with the amount of hit markers that you got. It'll usually be anywhere between 3 and 5 shots to die, but of course that varies depending on what guns they're using, and those stats definitely don't line up with the amount of hit markers that you're getting on a person. There's been times where I've hit people in the head 3 or 4 times and they have not died, but when they kill me it says 4 hits, and then in the kill feed it says that's a body shot, not a headshot. So those two stats definitely don't line up there. Activision has already said that there's no skill-based damage and no skill-based aim assist in the game, but a lot of people don't believe them because of how inconsistent the damage and the aim assist is in this game. Now there is a really good reason that damage does not feel very consistent in Black Ops 6 compared to like Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2, and that's because the portions on the body in Black Ops 6 is 9 areas. You have 9 hitboxes that you can hit to do damage, and each area does different damage. But in every single Call of Duty before this, it's only been 6 hitboxes. So that is the reason why damage feels really, really inconsistent in Black Ops 6 compared to older Call of Duties. I can definitely say in this gameplay right here, I am playing in one of those lobbies where I feel like I'm absolutely annihilating everyone in the game. Because in the game just before this, I did really, really bad. My whole team got annihilated and we lost by a huge landslide. Now, when it comes to people getting really easy games, it's all about player retention. Because you're not going to keep wanting to play a game where you're just getting absolutely annihilated. So you're going to leave. And Call of Duty doesn't want you to leave their games, so it's going to give you easier games, so you play longer and longer. But then after these games where you do really, really good, you get in another game where you're against absolute pros. Now, when it comes to tracking your skill, there are so many different factors that go into skill-based matchmaking. And honestly, all of these factors are probably hurting the game more than it's benefiting it, because it'll not only track how many kills you're getting, how much damage you're doing, and how many deaths you get, but it's also tracking everything down to sliding. So if you're sliding a bunch, then that is going to raise your skill level. Because if it sees that you're sliding around a bunch and getting a bunch of kills and sliding and trying to look like a pro, then it's going to think that you're a pro. It even tracks how many times you dive. So really any movement that you do is also contributing to your skill-based matchmaking. Now, a lot of people are saying that there's no reason to have skill-based matchmaking in unranked games when we have a competitive playlist. And back in older Call of Duties, when skill-based matchmaking wasn't really a thing, we used to rejoice for like Christmas noobs. Because when a bunch of people got Call of Duty for Christmas, they wouldn't be very good at the game, so we could just absolutely dump on them. Now that's not a thing. Now we won't even get those players in our game. Now am I telling them to remove skill-based matchmaking just so I can get in a game with a bunch of people that are trash that makes me look really good? No, it's not about that. It's really just about getting in games where you are not at an unfair advantage or an unfair disadvantage. Now am I saying skill-based matchmaking is a bad thing? No, it helps a lot of people that aren't the best at the game fight other people that aren't the best at the game. But I do believe that they have taken it way too far at this point. There's no reason that I should get in a game where I am really good and then next game be in a game where I am absolute hot garbage. I recently went back to Black Ops 3 and I've been fighting people that are Prestige Master level 1000, but I am still holding my own against them because we are of the same connection, not really the same skill. Now Black Ops 3 might not be the best example because it's a 10-year-old game at this point, but I'm saying that it's good to prioritize connection and ping over the skill of your players. Now, will me complaining about it make Activision change it? No. But if enough people make it heard that skill-based matchmaking is really an issue and that they need to tone it back a bit, then maybe Activision will listen. People aren't really trusting Activision right now because things that they're saying isn't really lining up with the things that are in the game. So everybody's just been taking what Activision has been saying with a grain of salt. But anyways, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already and tell me your issues that you're having with skill-based matchmaking.